Hi there, this is Mrs. Piper. I am going to be going over the instructions for this current assignment. The assignment's title is called Creating Balance, an Exploration of Symmetrical, Asymmetrical, and Radial Design. Now, you've already been introduced to the three types of balance, so we already understand symmetrical, asymmetrical, and radial balance. But what we're going to do now is we're going to dive deeper, and you're going to be able to choose any two of these types of balance to illustrate. Now, the materials that you will need, you should have in your art pack and in your supplies. You will need construction paper, a ruler, scissors, glue, pencil, and optional crayons or colored pencils. Colored pencils are in your art pack, as is all of the other items except for scissors and glue. Remember, you have to have scissors and glue yourself. It was not included in the art pack. What I'm going to do now is go over step one. Now, when you look at the slides, each slide will go over the instructions for that particular step. And this is step one. For step one, it says, choose colors that you think will work well for the backgrounds, and then prepare the construction paper so that each of your two works is a 9x9 square. Now, if you'll look, the paper that we have in our art pack is 9x12. So we have to cut our paper for the background into squares. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, I need to decide which colors I think will go good together for my compositions. Now, I will be creating 3, but you only have to create 2. I just want to show you an example of all 3 of the types of balance. So I'm going to be making 3, but you only have to have 2. Now I'm looking at my colors, and I'm deciding that I like this light green for one of my backgrounds. I like the pink for one of my backgrounds. And I like the light brown for one of my backgrounds. Okay? So all of these other colors I'm going to set aside for right now. Your art pack should have 7 sheets of colored paper, so you get to choose any 4. 2 for the background and 2 for the shapes that you're going to be cutting. Now, I have to make this 9x12 piece of paper into a 9x9 square. There are 2 ways I can do it. The first way is by using my ruler. I can take my ruler, I can lay it down on my paper and mark 9 inches over and make a mark at the top of my page. Slide it down, measure 9 inches over, make a mark on that side, and then draw a line. Now, I can cut out this paper, and I know that it is 9x9 square. Okay, that is one way to make a 9x9 square. The second way to make a 9x9 square is to fold your paper. Now, I'm going to use my brown background for my asymmetrical design. So I'm going to set that aside for right now. And now I'm going to show you how to make this 9x12 piece of paper a square without using your ruler. If you take one of the corners and fold it up, making sure that the corner is your end point, and then cut it along that line, this square is 9x9. Now you will notice that there's a fold in the paper. And normally I would say, don't fold your paper. I'll give you a long ruler and you can make that line with a long ruler. But because your ruler is only 12 inches long, it might not quite make it all the way to the end. And that might make making that line difficult. So you may fold this composition. If you want to get rid of that fold, don't crease it, but kind of bend it backwards. And that helps take it out a little bit. Okay? It's not perfect, but it's not bad either. Okay? So this pink one I'm going to use for my radial design. My green, my light green, I'm going to use for my symmetrical design. So for this one, I'm going to do the folding technique. Remember, how did I start? Start in a corner, fold the corner over, and then cut along the edge. And it is now a 9 by 9. Now for your symmetrical design can be split down the middle vertically, that means up and down, horizontally, that means straight across, or diagonally. Since my fold is already in my paper, I'm probably going to create my symmetrical design diagonally. So it'll end up looking like a diamond if I hold it upright, or it'll be a diagonal it'll be a diagonal symmetrical design this direction. So that is terrific. So what you are supposed to do with step 1 is you are supposed to choose colors that you want to use for your background and prepare each of the sheets of paper to a 9 by 9 square so that you can be ready to create your design. It says mark lightly in pencil how the composition will be divided. Now, for the asymmetrical design, you don't have to mark your paper at all. But for your radial and symmetrical design, you have to mark where it's going to be divided. Now, you may do this marking with your ruler and pencil, or you may do it with the folds. So let me show you. I know that my pink is going to be my radial design. So I need to make sure that I know how to divide it. The green is my symmetrical. So this one is already done. I know exactly how I'm going to fold it. I can lay this down and put a mark with a pencil, or I can just look at the fold. So that is totally up to you. But for this one, let me show you how you can do the radial design. You can take your pencil and you can mark from corner to corner, and you can draw the line. But because it's a radial design, you're going to have to make several more folds or several more lines. So I'm going to do it by folding. I've already folded corner to corner. Now I'm going to fold corner to corner the opposite direction. So now my paper is divided into 4 equal parts. For this radial design, you're going to want 8 equal parts. So now I'm going to fold the paper in half horizontally. That means going across. And then I'm going to fold it in half side to side. So now my pink paper is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal sections. So you only have to choose 2 types of balance. If you want to do radial, you can fold your paper like this. If you want to do symmetrical, you want to fold your paper in half. It can be corner to corner, or it could have been side to side. It's up to you. And if you're doing asymmetrical, you don't have to fold it at all, because with asymmetry, you don't have to worry about where the composition is divided. Okay, so this concludes step 1. Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you soon.